Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's video, I got something new in the mail, which is really cool. So the title of the video, you should know what it is. But here we have, gotta open it up, first time using it, a clone of the, it's hard to get out, here we go, Fortin 33's boost pedal, which is one of my favorite pedals on my main rig. I don't know if you can see that. This is the clone by Demonfx 66. So we're going to run this through the Orange Dark Terror and just see how it goes. So let's start plugging stuff in, cue the cute little card intro, and let's see how this little bad beast holds up. Now I have everything set up ready to go. Grab my low tuning guitar here. This is tuned to, where's my pick? This one will do. This is tuned down to drop G, and this is a sound that we've got straight with the Orange Dark Terror. So a little bit oversaturated, a little bit gloomy, I think is the best way to describe it. So let's see how the Demonfx 66, based off the Fortin 33, is going to sound. So I can't remember exactly, but I think it's got a 22 dB boost with an EQ curve. I think it's 22. I could be wrong, but let's find out how it reacts to the Orange Dark Terror anyway. So I'm just going to dial it in and see how much it affects it. That was really bad playing, but you can hear a difference straight off the bat. Let's crank it more. Actually, first, before I do, so just having that little bit in compared to this. So that's a big difference straight off the bat just by adding a little bit to it. Let's keep cranking it. It's doing good. Crank it more. So getting a bit of hiss coming through now, but it's not too bad. Let's crank it all the way. Yeah, for science. Do a quick A-B comparison just to stay on track. Big difference, big difference, which is really cool. So now, the question is, because we've got a lot of unwanted noise coming through, is it worth the compromise of mucking around trying to get rid of that unwanted sound to what we're getting? or is it worth just dialing this back to get what we need? Because I think that sounds really awesome, but we'll test. That definitely gives a lot more, which I like, but I don't think it's more enough to justify trying to get rid of all that unwanted noise. So we just do a quick A/B comparison with this, going straight at 12 o'clock. Yeah, that sounds... I am a fan. Oh, that was a bad... That was better. All right, so that's really cool. So let's leave it there. Not leave it there, but let's move on to the next part of the video. Let's double up on the guitars, add some bass and drums, and hear how it sounds in a band mix. So what I'll do is I'll do 2 jams, one just with the Orange Dark Terror by itself, and then a second one engaged with a 66, so I can get a really good back-to-back comparison, and we'll have a bit more of a chat about it straight afterwards. So sit back and enjoy. All right, time for some final thoughts of running the Clone 66 pedal by Demonfx through my Orange Dark Terror. So the Orange Dark Terror being very gravitational towards bottom end and low end, and can sound a little bit overly saturated and muffled sometimes, I think is the best way to describe it, especially dealing with very low tuning guitars. So the 66, I felt, enhanced it amazingly. The EQ curve that they've implemented in here worked an absolute treat with getting more aggression. It cleared up the tone a hell of a lot more, and especially in the jam, it cut through the mix a hell of a lot better. I feel anyway. If you feel different, I'm sure you've already written in the comments, which is totally fine. Well, we encourage conversations, so yes, please do. Cranking this full, I think it sounded probably a tad bit better, but the amount of unwanted noise it was generating with this chain that we had set up, because let's, not to rip on this pedal too much, because the Orange Dark Terror also had its own little amount of unwanted noise. So stacking unwanted noise on top of unwanted noise, well, it's always going to stand out a lot more than what it would if you had a different setup or anything else. Now this has, I think it's a 22 boost. Can't really see on the back. It doesn't say anything. It just says use a 9-volt adapter. So I don't know exactly how much of a dB boost this have, but because it's so much, it's really hard to implement the noise suppressor after it in the chain, because you're just boosting too much signal in there for what they're designed to do. Unless we have another one that can handle that amount of oomph coming at it. The Orange Dark Terror has a parallel send and return, not a serial, so you can't even put a noise reducer in the back there, because that will just cut all the sound 100%, not just the unwanted noise, which it's the limitations of what we work with. But yeah, there's something else I just want to chat about in regards to this quickly. So Fortin's 33 pedal is one of my favorites. It's a part of my main setup that I have on the, my Angle amp set up over there that I use for my band. And it's pretty much lived there ever since I got the amp and tried out pretty much all my pedals to see which one was suited best. So I've always been a huge fan of the one knob trick, where yeah, it's a one trick pony, but the trick that it does is absolutely amazing. Absolutely spectacular. So I don't mind that it's only a one trick pony. The fact that they've got a clone of it, I don't think this is as good as the 33 because it creates more hiss, and I might not be as clear, but I'm going to have to do a back-to-back to really see. This video is just to try it out for the very first time, open it up and see what happens that we get out of it. It has a chain jack put in it as well. So if you've got a setup that has a switchboard or something else, you can kind of chain it on here, so you can engage this via a different analog gear, which I think is really cool. Has another switch here on and off. I have no idea what that is because I only just noticed it now as I'm picking it up. So we're gonna have to try that next time to see what the hell that is, because yeah, my Fortin 33 that I just looked at right then definitely does not have one. So we're gonna have to test this again to see what it is. In regards to buying a clone pedal like this, I definitely don't have any quarrels with it because I bought it. But the Fortin 33 is actually extremely hard to get your hands on. You can't get it from their website. I think they've got the 33 Mini available last time I checked, but it's very hard to get your hands on a new Fortin 33. I had to pick mine up on the second-hand market. I'm very fortunate and lucky, and I do feel blessed that I did get to grab it because, as I said, it's one of my favourite pedals. But the fact that I got it on the second-hand market cheaper, which is also good and made me happier, but also had a chance to get it, is awesome. But I'm really glad something like this does exist, because you can get your hands on this and you can actually buy it. They had a different one out called the EE, which I thought was quite amusing, being the 33 just in a mirror. But I couldn't get my hands on that one because that, I don't know, they must have only done a short run of them. I don't know if there's legal issues or anything. I have no idea about the politics behind all that type of stuff. I'm just a consumer that buys them and enjoys them and makes these videos about them. But yeah, I was very happy when I saw the 66 out and grabbed that one, and yeah, finally got to do a video on it. But like all my videos, definitely keen for your opinions on what you thought about how it molded and changed the Orange Dark Terror, and if you felt it was better or worse, or whatever your thoughts are, really. Definitely keen to hear them and to continue on this conversation. So thank you very much for joining me. There's lots of fun putting this together and yeah, giving it a crack. And I really look forward to, well, getting it out and giving it another crack later on to trying out that button and with other gears and putting it up against the Dirty Tree by Pepper Pedals and the Fortin 33, and just see how they all match up against each other, because I think that would be really cool. Not to see which one's better, but just to see the difference between them. But until that video comes out, and yeah, whenever this one comes out as well, and any other ones in the future really, I thoroughly look forward to chatting with you then. And until then, please, stay safe.